Hi, my name is Paulette, and welcome back to Time for Keto. You know how we're sometimes just on the go, and we don't have time to have breakfast in the mornings. So I have a solution for you. I'm going to be showing you a savory muffin that we can eat on the go. And the good thing about this muffin is it only has 2 grams of carbs and just under 10 grams of protein. So why don't we get started with this recipe? The first thing that we will need to do is preheat our oven to either 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. So let's just do that first. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the recipe. As this is a savory muffin, I'm going to be adding chopped bacon and chopped red capsicum to this recipe. So the first thing we need to do is actually fry the bacon and add that capsicum so it softens up. What I'm using is just a very medium-sized pan because we only have 4 rashers of bacon, so it's not going to take up too much space. So let's turn the heat on. And I'm also going to add just a little bit of olive oil just so nothing sticks to the pan. I know that bacon has a lot of oil as it is, so really it's not necessary. But let's just do that for now and let the pan heat up, and then we're going to add our bacon and fry that until it's nice and brown. What we have here is 4 rashers or 115 grams of bacon. So let's just fry that. I think this looks pretty good. It's going quite well. So I think at this point we should add our capsicum. So let's add our red capsicum. And here we have half a cup or 70 grams of red capsicum. So we're just going to mix that together, soften that capsicum so it doesn't crunch in your mouth when you're having the muffin. Well, this has been frying for around 2 minutes, and I think that looks pretty good. It's softened up, so what I'm going to do is just put this in a bowl, and we can start with the next part of this recipe. The next part of this recipe is we need to whisk 2 eggs, and these are 70 grams each. They were at room temperature. Just going to whisk them because easier to deal with when you're mixing it with the other ingredients. So it's a quick whisk. And we also have 1 cup or 220 grams of full-fat ricotta cheese. We're going to mix these two together and continue on. We are then going to add 170 grams or 1.5 cups of almond flour. What we have here is 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of pepper. And we're just going to add that in as well. We're going to add some chives to taste. So it's up to you how much chives you want to use. I think there's probably 1/4 cup here. And we also have 110 grams of mozzarella cheese. I'm only going to put half or just over half of it into this bowl, and the rest I'm going to put on top so it caramelizes and gets nice and brown when it's baking in the oven. So let's just put that mozzarella cheese in. And let's use our wooden spoon and stir all of the ingredients together. Okay, at this point, we are going to add 60 grams of unsweetened almond milk. Let's just continue mixing this together. And lastly, we are going to fold in our bacon and red capsicum. And here you have it. That's the end result. We will be using a lined muffin tin. And with each tin, I've actually sprayed them with a bit of coconut spray. Just don't want anything sticking to this tin liner. So I'm going to start scooping in equal proportions into our baking tin, and then we're going to get them into the oven. So the last bit is the rest of our mozzarella cheese, and all I'm going to do is basically top the muffins with some cheese and put it in the oven. Now, it'll go into the oven for around 20 minutes. Keep an eye on it. If you think it needs a little bit more, go ahead and bake it for a bit longer. You want the muffins to look golden, and you could always stick a skewer into the muffin just to be sure that everything is well cooked. So let's get on with this part, and then we're going to get them into the oven. I'm very pleased with the results of how these muffins have turned out. They look amazing, and if there was smell-o-vision, they smell amazing. The aroma in the kitchen right now with the bacon and just everything just smells delicious. So have a look. How great does that look? And the cheese on the top obviously browned it, which is very nice. So we're going to try this now. And I'm just going to take it out of the wrapper. I'm glad I actually sprayed it a bit because it is sticking, as you can see. So I recommend that you do spray your muffin liner But this is what it looks like, and I'm just going to cut it in half and show you what it looks like inside this savory muffin. Have a look. Looks pretty good, doesn't it? I think that looks great. So now it's time. Let's do the taste test. That's a savory muffin, and it's so delicious. Really great. It's just, you're getting your protein in, it's low in carbs. If you're hungry in the morning and you just need to have something, this is perfect. And I think this would taste fantastic cold or at room temperature. At the moment, they're still very warm and just delicious. So that is really good. The red capsicum is soft, so there's no crunchiness happening there. You can taste the bacon so well, and the cheese as well. That cheese just does it. It really does bring it all together, I think. So just an absolute delicious, savory muffin snack. I hope you try it because it was simple, as you could see. Maybe a little bit of prep time, chopping this and that, but it didn't take me that long. And out of it, I got 12 muffins, which will, oh look, I had one a day, that's 12 days, so it's worth it. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. It would mean the absolute world to me. And until next time, I will see you again soon. Bye.